Good morning. Shabbat Shalom. I will be reading to you the book of Jubilees, chapter 2, from the books of the Apocrypha, found in the Dead Sea Scrolls. I hope that you will be blessed. Moshe was given the complete history from creation, and the Malach of the Presence spoke to Moshe according to the word of Yahweh, saying, "Write the complete history of creation, how in 6 days Yahweh Almighty finished all his works and all that he had created, and kept the Shabbat on the 7th day, and hallowed it for all the ages, and appointed it as a sign for all his works. For on the first day he created the heavens which are above the earth, and the waters, and the spirits which serve before him, the angels of the presence of sanctification, spirit of fire, of wind, of clouds, darkness, snow, and of hail, and of hoarfrost, and the malachim of the voices of thunder and lightning, and cold and heat, and of winter and spring and autumn and summer. He created the abysses and the darkness and eventide and night and the light, dawn and day, which he has prepared in the knowledge of his heart. And thereupon we saw all his works and praised him and lauded before him on the account of all his works. For 7 great works he did create on the first day. And on the second day he created the firmament in the midst of the waters, and the waters were divided on that day. Half of them went up above, and half of them went down below the firmament that was in the midst over the face of the whole earth. And this was the only work Yahweh created on the second day. On the third day he commanded the waters to pass from off the face of the whole earth into one place, and for dry land to appear. On that day he created for them all the seas according to their separate gathering places, and all the rivers, and the gatherings of the waters in the mountains and on the earth, and all the lakes, and all the dew of the earth, and the seed which is sown, and all sprouting things, and fruit-bearing trees, and trees of the wood, and the Garden of Eden. In Eden and all, these 4 great works were created on the third day. And on the 4th day, excuse me, on the 4th day he created the sun and the moon and the stars, and he set them for in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon all the earth, and to rule over the day and the night, and to divide light from darkness. And Yahweh ruled over the night and the day, and divided the light from the darkness. And Yahweh appointed the sun to be the sign on the earth for days, and for Shabbats, and for months, and for feasts, and for years, and for Shabbats of years, and for Jubilees, and for all the seasons of the years. And it divides the light from the darkness, and for prosperity and all things that may prosper which shoot and grow on the earth. These 3 kinds he made on the 4th day. And on the 5th day he created the great sea monsters in the depths of the water. For these were the first things of the flesh that were created by his hands, the fish and everything that moves in the waters, and everything that flies, and the birds and all their kind. And the sun rose above them to prosper, and above everything that was on the earth, everything that shoots out of the earth, and all fruit-bearing trees, and all flesh. These three kinds he created on the fifth day. Excuse me, I just need a little sip of water here. I lost my place. I apologize. Just let me catch up here with my slides. And on the sixth day, he created all the animals of the earth, all the cattle, and everything that moves on the earth. And after all this, he created man. A man and a woman created he, them, and gave him dominion over all that is upon the earth, and in the seas, and over everything that flies, and over the beast, and over the cattle, and over everything that moves on the earth, and over the whole earth, and over the cattle, and over everything that moves. Over all this he gave dominion. These four kinds he created on the sixth day, and altogether there were 22 kinds, and he finished all his works on the sixth day. And that is in the heavens and on the earth, and in the seas and in the abysses, and in the light and in the darkness, and in everything. He gave us the great sign, the Shabbat day, that we should do his work 6 days, but keep the Shabbat on the seventh day from all work, and all the angel of the presence, and all the malachim of sanctification, these two great classes, he has bidden us to keep the Shabbat with him. In heaven and on earth. And he said to us, Behold, I separate unto myself a people from among all peoples, and these shall keep the Shabbat day, and I will sanctify them unto myself as my people, and I will bless them. And I have sanctified the Shabbat day, and do sanctify it unto myself. Even so, I bless them, and they shall be my people, and I will be their sovereign ruler. And I have chosen the seed of Jacob from amongst all that I have seen, amongst all that I have seen, and I have written him down as my firstborn son, and I have sanctified him unto myself forever and ever. And I will teach them the Shabbat day, that they may keep Shabbat thereon from all work. And thus he created therein a sign in accordance with all, that they should keep the Shabbat with us on the seventh day, to eat and to drink and to bless him who has created all things, as he has blessed and sanctified unto himself a peculiar people above all peoples, and that they should keep Shabbat together. He caused his commands to ascend as a sweet savor acceptable before him all the days. There were 22 heads of mankind, from Adam to Jacob, and 22 kinds of work there made until the seventh day. This is blessed and Kodesh, and the former also is blessed and Kodesh, and this one serves with that one, for sanctification and for blessing, and for sanctification and for blessing, and to this Jacob and his seed it was granted that they should always be the blessed and Kodesh ones of the first testimony of Torah, even as he had sanctified and blessed the Shabbat day on the seventh day. He created heaven and earth and everything that he created in 6 days. And Yahweh made the seventh day Kodesh for all his works. Therefore he commanded on its behalf that whoever does any work thereon shall die, and that he who defiles it shall surely die. Therefore do you command the children of Israel to observe this day, that they may keep it Kodesh, and not do thereon any work, and not to defile it, as it is more Kodesh than all other days. And whoever profanes it shall surely die, and whoever does thereon any work shall surely die eternally, that the children of Israel may observe this day throughout their generations, and not be rooted out of the land. For it is a kadosh day, and a blessed day, and everyone who observes it keeps the Shabbat thereon from all his work will be Kodesh and blessed throughout all the days, like unto us. Declare and say to the children of Israel the Torah of this day, both that day should keep Shabbat thereon, and that they should not forsake it in the error of their hearts, and that it is not lawful to do any work thereon which is unseemingly to do thereon their own pleasure, and that they should not prepare thereon anything to be eaten or drunk, and that is not lawful to draw water, or to bring in or take out thereon through their gates any burden which they had not prepared for themselves on the 6th day in their dwellings. And they shall not bring in nor take out from house to house on that day, for that day is more Kodesh and blessed than any Jubilee day of Jubilees. On this we keep Shabbat in the heavens before it was made known to any flesh to keep Shabbat thereon the earth. And the Creator of all these things blessed it, but he did not sanctify all peoples and nations to keep Shabbat therein, but Israel alone. Them alone be permitted to eat and drink and to keep Shabbat thereon, but thereon the earth. And the Creator of all things blessed this day, which he had created for blessing and making it Kodosh and splendid above all days. This Torah and testimony was given to the children of Israel as a Torah forever unto their generations. In the next video, I will do Jubilees chapter 3 for you. If you enjoyed this video and this series, I ask that you would kindly check the little thumbs up at the bottom of the video, and if you would like to subscribe to my channel, you can click on the subscription down at the bottom below. And in a few days I will have a few links up considering donations that might possibly be offered for this ministry. And thank you so much. Shabbat Shalom.